In this video, I'm going to show you the fundamentals of making your first beats using a simple approach.
Filled with emotion, baby, something I can't let go.
Hey, I'm TCMuze from TCMuze.com. Welcome to How to Make Beats Now. We're going to make this beat by only using 3 components to craft your beats. 1 drum kit, 1 bass, and 1 melodic element. Also remember, progress over perfection. Let's set the tempo in the loop cycle. Tempo is 88. The cycle we'll set to 8 bars. Now for this beat, we'll be using sounds from my favorite virtual instrument company, Native Instruments. I've used a couple of their elements from their expansion pack, Radiant Horizon. Starting with the drums, let's open battery and I'll show you what we have. So I'm using the Endless kit from the Radiant Horizon pack. For this pattern, the kick and the snare is going to use like a bit of a triplet fill on the kick. So I'll set my quantize to 16th note triplets and let's get ready to record it. Okay, cool. Now we're going to put my quantization back at the regular 16th notes, and then we're gonna add in some hi-hats. So let's just take the triplets off, and then we're gonna add in some hi-hats just to fill in the beat. We're not gonna do a total hi-hat pattern. It's just something to fill it in. Okay, for the melodic element, I'm gonna open up an instance of Massive and I'm gonna choose one of the lead synths there. All right, as you can see, I already have this elevator synth chosen, and it's basically a poly lead synth. So we're gonna use that. For this beat, we're gonna be in the key of A minor, which is the relative minor of C major. And all that means is that A minor shares the exact same notes that are in the C major scale, just starting on A instead of C. For this beat, we're gonna use 4 chords. And the 4 chords are A minor 7, F major 7, E minor 7, and D minor 7. We're gonna use 2 voicings for A minor. We're gonna use the 3rd inversion and the root position. Again, let me know if you want me to do a quick video on building 7th chords or inversions down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Now that we know the chords, let's review the progression. It's gonna go something like this. Okay, so now let's take a second to record that in. Okay, now that we got that in, I think I want a little bit more of the chord stabs. So I'm going to, on the second track here that's routed to the same Massive instrument, I'm just gonna put in a few more stabs. Now we're gonna move on to the bass. For the bass, I opened another instance of Massive and I chose their tooth sub. For the pattern that we're gonna use, it's basically going to follow the root note of each chord. In the last measure of the chord, we're gonna do a little bit of a walk down, but I'll go over that when we get there. Let's check this out. So now we have that recorded in. Now, like I said, for that last 2 bars, I want to do like a little bit of walk down so we can So we can have something that turns the bass around and lets it know it's coming right back into the chorus, or it's just making a transition. So for those last 2 bars, what I did was I kept in my root notes, but what I went in and did is I just added a quick little walk down, going from E to D, then D to C, then C to B, and C to B. Okay, now that we have all the elements in, the drum kit, the melodic element, and the bass line, the last thing that I wanted to add was a little bit of a vocal line. So let's just take a look at how I process my vocal. First thing I did was set the trim just to get the gain right. I wanted to hit my plugins the correct way so it wasn't too loud. So you see I pulled it. Here, let me pull that back up. I didn't want to make it too loud, so you see that I pulled the gain down by -4. Next thing I did was add an auto tune. Sometimes I could be a little pitchy. I put it in the G major pentatonic scale, as I knew that matched perfectly with this A minor scale. EQ'd it, put in a low pass filter, scooped some of the low mids, and then just made some boost in the upper frequencies to help the vocals kind of pop out. Added in a de-esser to make sure I got rid of the S. And then last thing I did was compressed it with RVox. So let's take a quick listen at the vocals.
Feel with emotion, baby, something I can't let go. Can it be that I'm falling for you?
All right, now that I had those vocals in, I said, you know, I think I may want to throw in some harmonies here and there. So I added the harmonies. Now that we have all of those 3 components in for our beat and a little bit of an idea for a vocal phrase, I thought I'd go ahead and arrange it, do a slight little mix on it, and share it with you. So here it is.
Feel with emotion, baby, something I can't let go. Can it be that I'm falling for you?
Back in 9th grade, I made it clear you had a piece of my heart reserved. In one ear, out the other, my dear. You made it clear that you never heard a word. But I guess you had your eye on other individuals you thought would move the pile on your touchdown. But yesterday's accolades don't account for much now, do they? But I still got your heart. Okay, touche. I'm
filled with emotion, baby, something I can't let go. Can it be that I'm falling for you? Filled with emotion, baby, something I can't let go.